Welcome back to Beneath the Long Man's Feet. I'm back in my favourite woods again. Cinders is around here, scrabbling around in the undergrowth, so I hope that doesn't disturb me too much. But I wanted to do a memory poem for this episode. And by memory poem, I mean that Druidry used to be an oral tradition, and the students would make up songs and stories and poems to help them remember the things that they had learnt. So this is my attempt at a memory poem for the Ogham. The 20 trees of the Ogham and their meaning for divination, their top line meaning. So this is called the Ogham Grove. And if I can remember how it goes, I'll do it for you now. I walk the path through the forest to the Ogham Grove to divine what I can see, to find the reason for those notches cut for one and every tree. The silver lady, her arms reaching high towards the moon's glow. Birch, birth, and the beginnings of all that you would know. Often called the mountain ash, the solitary tree of the witch and her charm. The Rowan, the guardian protecting from harm. Carried upon the shield of Bran, the oracular head is willing and ready to speak. Alder, listen for the counsel and the guidance that you seek. Pale withies that weave and build, and whose branches by the stream do weep. Willow, thought and emotion, currents that run so deep. Gwyddion, the mighty magician, stands tall, his wand easily able to transform. Ash, new growth, and a change from your norm. Springtime blossoms, bristling with thorns, she is the queen of the May. Hawthorn, entanglements, obstacles that bar your way. Broad and strong is the king of the woods, his roots go deep into the ground. Oak, a place of safety, foundations that are sound. Berries of fire, evergreen prickly points, the crown of the winter king. Holly, trials, examination, testing. The sweetest of woods, whose prize within an outer hard shell does hide. Hazel, find the wisdom that's hidden inside. Sacred fruit of these blessed isles, in whose orchards we go a-wassailing. Apple is health, vitality, healing. Leafy fronds climbing, producing fruit that we get food and drink from. The vine, projects completed, bringing the harvest home. A spiral of helix, a gathering of wolf heads, flourishing through the toil. Ivy, tenacity, survival in the thinnest of soil. A small woodland shrub with bright yellow flowers and 3 pointed green leaves. Broom, cleaning and cleansing and making space to breathe. Sister to the hawthorn, an impenetrable thorny thicket that harms when pricked. Blackthorn is pain, division, conflict. A mass of creamy white flowers on oddly shaped curving boughs. Without permission, it's never felled. Elder is karma, regret, a score to be settled. Copper-skinned, resin-fragranced poise, the tallest and straightest of tree. Pine is elevation and the path you can clearly see. Golden-haired maiden with a girdle of yellow flowers that mirror the sun's fire. Gorse is sexuality, obsession, desire. On a hillside as the sun rises, the blues and the purples make a soft earthly bed. Heather, a place where lovers can lay down their head. The shield maker on the edge of the woods has leaves that tremble and continually sway. Poplar, facing the fear and doing it anyway. The oldest of woods, the tree of knowledge, evergreen gatekeeper to the veil that's parted. The you is death and rebirth, and we're back where we started. No place in the 20 for the beach, she is not one that we use to divine. Mother of the woods is she, holding the space for the others to shine. So I have walked the path through the forest to the Ogham Grove and divined what I can see. And I now know the reason for those notches cut for one and every tree. So that was the Ogham Grove, my memory poem for the Ogham trees and their meaning in divination. Their top line meaning, at least. There are much more deeper meanings if you look into each of the trees. And I added the beech in there at the end. She's not one of the original 20 trees of the Ogham, but she's called the Mother of the Forest. And my first Ogham set, the one I still used, is carved on beechwood, which is why I added that last thing about the beech. It was very appropriate to me, at least. So I hope you like that, the Ogham Grove. Do let me know what you thought. It's always good to hear from you. Drop me a line beneath the Long Man's Feet on Facebook or YouTube. But until we meet again, as always, I now bid you hail and farewell.